Hi there, and welcome back to Stellaris, the Cthulhu Myth. We are back here. And we have something to do. Some issues have arisen on Cephalon as a result of the snakehead populace's aversion to arms. A representative has made a formal request for clearly delineated, demilitarized zones. Let's see. This is about, like, forming the snakehoid's mind. So, let's see. So we could give them a militarist ethic or like the pacifist ethic, but we won't neither, so we're just passing on. Also, I have to inform you that we are here in some trouble, like with the computer, because you can already see that fast is not really fast anymore. It's kind of fast, but my computer is like giving in to the giant forces of the universe. And they have set to correct
Construction complete.
Wow. And you can see the giant forces now. We will probably have to flee again. Let's see. Let's see. Where is our force going? No, we'll have to flee. We'll have definitely... That is just too much. I mean, our force is good. We have these auras now. And Tyrone, the Crusader King, is hot with his 5 stars, but that is just too much. So, there is an episode missing, actually. It isn't like that bad, because in that episode, all we did was repairing the fleet. And the resolution. So, our special project failed. Dug too deep. But we've gained minerals, so that's still good. So, all we did in the last episode that I couldn't record because the computer somehow the audio crashed. The computer was very, very slow. There were hiccups in the game and all of that, so yeah, it was basically an episode of waiting to get the force repaired again. So it isn't that you have missed much, but we did take the resolution to go over the force limit a lot. Oh, and you can see here where the forces of the Unbidden are. So what also happened was the game was so unstable in these last episodes because of the giant forces, I think, involved, that I couldn't use my microphone nor a headset to record something. We briefly detected some
anomaly found.
Energy readings emanating from the planet Werton 7. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. Of course, we want to research anomalies with 0% risk. When we find them that late in the game, it's a blessing. Yeah, so I had to record like basically the last episodes without sound from my side. Only the game sound is recorded. You can see here how immensely the systems of the Unbidden are protected. It's really, really crass. I mean, we have our giant force, and like we want to make a starting point, so we're going in and we're trying to dismantle their stations to maybe get some stations in there ourselves. Like, that is the thing, because we cannot build stations in other empires realms, but we can in the Unbidden realm, and that is our plan, our secret plan. So what I'm doing now is I'm post-commentating
Hostile fleet engaged.
these episodes, because there is no other way to do that. You can see while we're fighting these space stations that from time to time there are hiccups in the continuation of time in the upper right corner, and yeah, if you're playing Stellaris yourself in a very, very big universe at the at the very late game, you'll see that you might have problems. And I've tested this also on a friend's computer.
Situation log updated.
And we had really similar problems with that. So I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll have to run everything at once from SSDs or something. But that is
Hostile fleet engaged.
That. And yeah,
research complete.
We've gained more leader lifespan. Like now, these techs, regiments of periodic cell revitalization treatments, keep the leader class spry and active beyond traditionally expected lifespans. These things you get in the late game are often just improvements of the general doctrines or texts. Like it's basically plus 10% or plus number, and it's always kind of good because, yeah, you can see propaganda transmissions is, of course, awesome. Border range plus 10% helps you so much. It's uncanny. And, yeah.
Situation log updated.
Fly around more and more. And it is kind of dangerous to stay here and destroy these stations, but it has to be
Hostile
done.
fleet engaged.
Like, someone has to do it. So we're flying around trying to do that. To gain a system where we can position our own fortresses as a support to our Arkham Peace Force. Because you see,
Hostile fleet engaged.
We cannot do the retreating tactic that often. Then your force will lose a lot of health, and that's really critical. Like, we'll have to repair more and more. It is a quick way, because repairing is exceptionally quick, but it's also costly. We cannot afford it for that long. So it's really a crisis, and now even more Unbidden have poured it in. So we're at
Hostile fleet
120
engaged.
force against our... Oh no, it's 3 forces now. God. So we're at 180k, so we have to retreat again, probably. Let's see. We're not getting a lot of damage though, so... Yeah, and sometimes I'm zooming out of the fight to make the computer work again a bit. That's why I'm pausing there often. Microsingularity. A microsingularity recently intersected with a 7 passing straight through the core and emerging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies our current scientific models. Further study may be warranted. Nice. So we're gaining research bonuses here. And we're trying to get it done. You can see that our hit ratio is much, much higher than that of the Void invaders. Like, you can see them. But they have such a big force here that it's impossible. We have to retreat. It's just like that. We'll have to repair again and build up again. And we will have to make like a bridgehead somewhere in their territory. And that is what we will have to do. Otherwise, it's not viable. And we're building fleets and forces more and more. And you can see that this encounter has cost us already about 15% or 10 to 15% of our fleet capacity. We have now
situation log updated.
25% down. I mean, we are repairing, so that's okay, but these Unbidden, I can tell you, these forces, you have to break them down. Like, you have to find a way to get them, these forces, single. Then they're they're okay to deal with. But on the other hand, you cannot do it like we did here. You have to flee then, or your forces will completely disassemble. You'll just lose. And this is really a thing, because in this game, if you have a bigger force than the others, like that is like double or triple the time, then you have near to no chance, or the others have near to no chance to stop you, because you have so many more hit points and stuff. It's really, really big. The Unbidden, though. The Unbidden. So I'm done talking vlog style now. You know that the computer is breaking down under that force, and it has nothing to do with RAM usage or something like that. It is really... The game has performance problems in the same way that you have had games that were just very slow in the late game when what was going on. You might know some of these games. One of that games was like Civ 5 on very huge maps. And you couldn't do anything against it. It wasn't about your computer's performance. It was just it slowed down and there was it. And like the same is that. But it's going to be addressed in the Heinlein patch, I think. So I'll try definitely the very big universe again, because it's such an awesome chance to have that. It's really good, I think. Yeah, and we're rebuilding more and more.
Construction complete.
With, of course, upgraded models. So our fleet is becoming better and better now. Like, I'm not really bothering to upgrade the fleet again. Why is that? Because upgrading, it's not that it's so costly. It's costing so much time, which is much more precious. It is we don't have the time. The Republic doesn't have the time against the Unbidden, because the Unbidden are expanding their realms more and more. We have to stop them. And a good trick to do that is now, what is the Unbidden's tactics? Our agents have found out, with the help of our allies that are constantly flying into their
debris analyzed
territory. We have seen what they do. Like, they bomb a system and then they send in some kind of construction ship, some dark minion warping in military stations, and then it becomes like Unbidden territory, and then they have all the auras they can get, and then they are becoming more and more dangerous. Yeah, we need to do something with our science ships, and we're just surveying the systems on the odd chance that we may find anomalies. I have actually made a video about how to get more anomalies, and it's entirely possible that you can still find some anomalies in these systems that you haven't surveyed. It's only a very low chance, because others have been there as well. But if you have someone that is meticulous, and by all means send him or her in. It's really important also to do that early on, because you can basically find on every celestial body, you can find one anomaly. If that anomaly is found there, then it's done. Like, there won't be an anomaly found there anymore. But there's a chance
complete.
For every celestial body, for everyone that flies through there. And once
Construction
one
complete.
of these guys has found an anomaly, then you are actually getting no anomaly there anymore. And we have been perfecting the firing cadence of laser weaponry here. One of these late game techs, just improving the stuff you have. You can see that we are very far in physics, which is our best part of research. And it's really helping. I mean, these percentages might not be like the most atmospheric ones, but we can really use them. Like, building cost is very, very good, even late in the game. Minus 5% building cost is huge. Why is it that? I mean, I could build like all the buildings there, but you need, the Republic needs these minerals basically for military, and everything you can do that gives your military more minerals to breathe makes your power grow and grow. It's really a big, big difference. And you should like use it as you can. What we're making there is actually on Grave of Porthria. We want to build a really dedicated shipyard, one more, because we have so many minerals due to that, due to these late game techs as well, that we can afford to build more fleets, and we will go over the limit because, yeah, just sometimes you just have to go beyond the limit. I mean, and the Unbidden is such a case. 1000 isn't where we will stop. It's just the beginning. And we're repaired again. Nearly fully. Surveyed another system. While that...
System survey complete.
And what the Republic wants to do now is just stop the Unbidden, and then the whole universe should respect them as the true leaders of the universe. And that will be when the Republic wins the everlasting race of power. You can see that we're having latency problems even for building fleets, which is pretty much very hard on the processor side again. You can see that the time is progressing very, very slowly. And so I'm pausing the game very often just to be able to know what we're getting here. We have built more and more fleets, and they all need to unite. We need to go way over 1000 if it's at all possible, and we also want to bring some construction ships in, but it's not yet time for that. First I have to assemble our fleets and to group them together to establish a foothold in the Unbidden territory. The Moon Beasts, the Foundation of Chogna, they're all only minor players anymore. It's not important what they want. It's not important what they do. The Republic is what matters, because the Moon Beasts and the Foundation of Chogna will not stop the Unbidden. There's still some systems we have that are not researched. There's some void clouds there, some space monsters. But it's not really bad for us. I mean, we're xenophiles after all, and we want to let these nice animals live there. You can see how the map has changed. Once the great race of Yith and the Elder Things were big, but now they are eaten up by the Unbidden. The Chocho Cooperative has been eaten up already. Only this Hisma unity, this
System
fallen
survey
empire
complete.
can like hold them off for a bit. But not for long. I mean, they're a stumble block. That's really good, but they won't be stopped forever. Oh, let's have a look. Can we integrate more people now? No, I mean, we could support the independence, and we'll do that, absolutely. They're also a protectorate. We'll again... we have no open... really no open war with the moon beasts and stuff, but we really want to stop them from becoming too powerful. And the Gia Yothan, they're again declaring rivalries. That's really laughable. They have one planet only. What is good about them? Nothing.
Construction
They're
complete.
really down. They're really down. And there's still a lot of primitive civilizations. Still a lot which could theoretically be uplifted, be brought into space, and this is a great opportunity in the long run. You can still integrate people. You can still integrate them into your empire.
Construction complete.
More and more in the Yamithos system. Oh, Fripit, yes. That's another port where we have really made an excellent collection of shipbuilding assemblies. And also in the Republic, like it's something we would maybe in the future do otherwise. Dedicated shipbuilding planets is really something you should look for in your games. You can have a really, really good combination of things in your spaceport that will help you make absolutely super excellent ships. And then you can add like all the special shipyards, for example, battleships and cruisers, and then you can have like a mixed force of very excellent ships there. Like all these special buildings that need
Construction complete.
resources like Pitheron or something, like for the Navigators Guild, or like the Fleet Academy and so on. You can concentrate that on a few planets that should be in the backline of your realm.
Construction complete.
And then you can build really excellent fleets there, because they're giving so many bonuses, it's really uncanny. We have made that attempt with our battleship yards, but we really should build all the fleets we can there.
Construction
And
complete.
also, what will be probably be corrected with a Heinlein patch, the strange system for strategic resources. Like if you have strategic resources, you can have them in a sector, and in the other sector you won't have access to them. We're expecting that this is going to be fixed, and then you could, like depending on your specialization, you should directly control either the systems where you have over important strategic resources, or you should group together Like the planets for the strategy you're going for. Like if you're going for
System
research,
survey
maybe,
complete.
you should only have research planets in your direct control, because that is really direct control. I mean, you can have the plus 10% intellectual governor for something like research, but if you're controlling the planets directly, it will have a much bigger impact. And you should go for systems with multiple planets and settle on all of them. Then you will have the mightiest influence. And now, yeah, we're grouping together the Arkham Peace Force. You can see it's growing. I mean, we have to go in not with 140k, we have to go in before that. We're looking for a new admiral, maybe someone better. The speed guy would be very, very nice, but really evasion of Tyrone, the Crusader King, the 15% evasion chance is so big. It's really a really good. He's just a really good leader, admiral for that matter. Oh, let's have a look. And still the Unbidden grow. But I think their growth has stopped. And we are gaining, yeah. There you can see, like, whoever hates us, like all of our neighbors hate us with a passion now. Because of the border frictions, like, it's really something you can count on, that always your neighbors
System survey complete.
Only if they're really, really pacifist and xenophile, then there is a chance that you'll be working together well, but really they will hate your guts. And we're going over the fleet limit, which you can see of the red number there. Like with 1015 of 1000. There's really no problem, as you can see. I mean, it increases our cost now by a percentage. It really hits hard, but as you progress in these higher level techs, that is increasingly no problem to go over that limit. Because it gives you no fighting disadvantages, which would really be the
construction complete.
But it's only costing you resources which you have a very high income of if you're going for the right ticks early on. Yeah, and the thing that is left is to concentrate on the Unbidden now. Because that is the legacy of the Republic. That is what the Republic wants to do. Want to help the other people, individual people of the galaxy, to help lead their lives and not become food to the Unbidden. And see us uniting more and more, gaining more and more forces. Yeah, we're losing really the energy credits and all of that. And that is also something that will be corrected in the Leviathan's DLC,
Construction complete.
and in the coming Let's Play. Because you now have traders.
Construction complete.
Buy something for that affluent mass of stuff you have assembled there. And what we really should have done, like earlier on already, was to create energy storage points and mineral storage points. Because it can really be helpful to have a very big stockpile that you, in a concentrated action, bring out there. And we are now going to the Pollux system. It's over for the Unbidden, or it's over for us. we are going into that system. We're still concentrating our forces there, but what we also want to do is...
Construction
in the long run,
complete.
when we have established a foothold there, we will send in construction ships. And of course we cannot stop building ships. We have to build ships constantly. Because in the future we will lose some of our ships. It is going to happen. There's no way around it. So we'll have to build ships in advance. It is the great wrestling of the material gods that is coming. Tyrone, the Crusader King of the Cthulhu cult, is
Construction
waging
complete.
the War of the Republic. Is waging maybe the war of Great Cthulhu against his cosmic contemporaries that have spawned in the middle of the galaxy with a goal to challenge the Republic. We cannot know what will become of this. We don't have the possibility to
Research complete.
gain a higher fleet force than the Unbidden. But maybe we can still vanquish them? No, we have new research available. Increasingly powerful computation paradigms allow us to adapt individual construction projects to planetary and ultra-local gravitational conditions. Our building cost goes down even more, which is very helpful indeed. Let's see what we should go for. Maybe this is a good point to think, and see you in the next episode when we'll choose what tech is going to be helping us most against the Unbidden. Happy gaming.